Hello everybody, welcome back. Just had a bit of a break while playing through. Made myself some chicken nuggets. It was lovely. Yeah, so we're just exploring the shield maze. We've sort of covered this underwater, the flooded basement section. Fought the water elemental, which Seela had a rough time with, but we got through mainly relying on nests.
Everything has a price.
Very good AC. Does Nest actually have the best AC? No. Seela and Ankama both have better AC, but I guess Nest was just getting lucky then. But I won't complain about that. Not at all. I was looking over some of the last recording, and there were some points where I was being a bit mumbly, so I'm sorry about that. I will aim to focus on being loud and clear consistently. That is the goal, isn't it? Yeah, remember, yellow, blue, red, yellow. Just have a quick reminder for that. Sec. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go through the rest of the maze. I don't think I'll need to... I think I should be okay in terms of my abilities and things.
I was never good at stealth, but I'll try.
That's all that matters, Seela. As long as you're trying. We're very forgiving here.
No reason to pause. We are the light. They are the darkness.
Right, let's go. Get right in there, Nest. Actually, let's bring this down. Oh, good. Good, good. Get back, let's charge in there. See, no, won't be able to charge. That's okay. Just bumper in the middle there. And then you can move up. Yeah, you know what? I don't expect too much of a problem. Oh, did not see you though. Absolutely fine. Overload. Your party is overloaded with equipment and loot, and its movement is slowed. Yeah. This tends to happen when you pick up absolutely everything you see. You end up just full of pretty worthless. Yeah, like all that together is worth 52 gold, but it's £120, which we do not need to be hauling around. Not at all. Especially not. Can drop that as well. Weapon wise, yeah. Can drop those. Some of these are worth a little bit more. That's not worth a little bit more. Let's give Seela Bless for now. Scroll of Summon Small Filer Elemental. Can anybody use that? See, I thought anyone could use scrolls that were outside the class, even if they weren't. Maybe that's what makes it dependent on their their use magic device skill. Get that open.
I am helpful, am I not? Precisely.
Always. I still quite
I
like
was never good at stealth, but I'll try.
Yet another obstacle. You won't survive me.
Let's just. Why are you guys hiding in a cupboard? Almost new diary. This diary contains only one entry on the very first page. Life is shit, while my brethren, although what kind of brothers are they really, are having a great time up on the surface. I'm stuck down here with Halissa, the nightmare, and the mongrel scum. To top it all off, a pipe sprung a leak, an elemental is smashing up the kitchen, and Hosilla is sending it to slaughter everyone it meets in the maze's passageways. All I can do is hide around corners, under beds, and in cupboards. I don't want to die. This isn't how I pictured it serving Baphomet. This isn't how I pictured it at all. Oh, sorry, wizard. Killed you in the middle of reevaluating your life choices. Ah, so I guess, yeah, these things are dotted around. If you're struggling with that elemental first time you meet it, you can come and find some potions of cold resistance.
Always
Would definitely help with that. A little late for Sealer though. Took a nasty beating.
Quiet steps. Weapons ready.
What's that there?
I hope you appreciate this.
Oh, yep. We'll continue to loot everything even though I just had an inventory problem. Nice. How many potions of Shield of Faith do I have now then? I'll give one to... Oh, she's got the scroll. So I can just leave that with the scroll for now. I won't give her mage armor right now because probably going to rest soon, so I'll do it after that.
They will not expect my strike.
Yeah, this is more like a church than a maze.
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Let's do this in turn-based. There's a few of them. But when you're not in turn-based, all your characters just sort of leg it over to the same guy. So sometimes you might want to be a bit more specific.
Go for their hearts!
No glory without risk.
Decapitated. Nasty. Nest, you'll go. Just rush it.
Endure this!
And you start picking things Lovely. Come on, yeah, there you go. Hold on, hold on. Hey, sorry about that. I just realised that or the audio wasn't coming out of my headphones, it was coming out of my computer, so the last 10 minutes are a bit echoey. But this is a good excuse to practicing editing, because I don't particularly want to lose the last 10 minutes. So, should now sound much more normal. Once I got this sorted. There you go.
Make every strike count.
I mean, I had a quick listen to it, it didn't sound too bad, but then whenever characters were talking, it was like echoing because it was picking it up from the desktop and then also playing directly into my mic. So, yeah, not ideal. I'm just glad I noticed 10 minutes in and not an hour in, or else that would have been a very annoying hour. That's what I get for taking it off headphones and I was listening over the stuff I did last time.
You've crossed the wrong line.
But that's what we call learning. Scroll, remove sickness. Ritual pool filled with fresh blood. This was the mentioned in the journal, or the orders left by Halissa. Did I miss anything? The unfinished section of the maze.
What's that glitter?
It's a trap, Camilla. I don't think it's glittery.
They'll never see me coming.
Rely on me.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Right in there. Is that from her spells? Or is that from the scroll that she's got? Yeah, I think that might be the scroll. Let's... can't use it anyway. I don't always understand why sometimes it only starts you with movement rather than... I guess because you get a... it's like a surprise, but you can't exploit it fully. Let's do a lay hands on self. Why not?
The inheritor.
It's a swift action. Especially if she's nearly dead.
You won't survive me.
I do love a good ranger. They always seem to do incredibly well.
Cover me!
The bodies of the maze builders lie where they were caught by the earthquake. By the earth elementals enraged by the earthquake. The builders' tools lie scattered next to the bodies. Not much health
I
and
always
safety
have
in a
the upper hand.
cultist underground, is there? Basila's key. We've already read the orders. The key to the door leading to the heart of the shield maze has been found. Good.
They should have known better.
Oh. You have a lizard problem.
Endure this!
Oh, I could have done a zap, couldn't I?
Stab their
Oh, well.
backs.
Into the fray!
Now, I've seen monitor lizards, and they're not generally this big. If they were this big, I would not find them cute. I'd find them horrifying.
Make every strike count.
You are today's sacrifice.
They're a little close for Lan's comfort.
I'll loot your corpse.
The light take you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, we got some skin. I don't think it's really useful for anything. I'm sure it's used in some
Not this time.
potions. Alright, use a lockpick.
I am helpful, am I not?
Ooh. Amulet of Natural Armor. This amulet grants its wearer a +1 natural armor enchantment bonus to armor class. That can go on Nest. Get her AC even higher. A large aggressive creature was kept in this cage. Judging by the bent bars, that creature is now loose. Do you think it was one of these guys? Or even both of these guys? No wonder they're a little mad.
What's on your mind?
Okay,
I wonder.
let's not walk into this trap while trying to disarm it.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yet another obstacle.
Just go normal.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Oh! Sealer's still struggling a bit.
If there's gold, it's mine.
Oh, a composite longbow actually. Let's give that to Lan. I've probably picked up one of those before. Oh no, that is the first one we've picked up. So composite is better because it lets you give your it lets you put your yeah, this feature allows you to add your strength bonus to damage with a bow. And seeing as Lan has got just as much strength as dexterity, that's definitely an improvement over just a standard longbow. Yeah, 1 to 8 and 4 to 11. So let's get everybody. Oh, there's loads of secret lamps in this area, isn't there? I'd like to live in a house where there was like a secret door behind like a wall lamp. I wouldn't have anything to put in there, but
I hope you appreciate this.
just so I could pretend like I had something secretive I was keeping.
That's easy.
Or like a panic room or something the other day.
Save the last one for me.
Oh, did not see you there. You're a bit scary. Sewer lay hands on self.
You won't survive me.
Now we fought two of these guys in their little form.
Your death
Let's see how
awaits.
big our medium one is. Oh, it's,
A terrible mistake.
wow, okay, yeah, that was a pretty quick response to my experiment there.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
But she's okay.
I will not be trifled with.
Use until fully healed. That's such a nice quality of life feature. I just wish that they would do a similar thing for how you apply buffs, because there's a point in the game, well, from in core mode you kind of need to do it the whole time, I think, or especially on unfair, but on normal you can get away without doing it for a while, but there's
Precisely.
definitely a point where you need to start pre-buffing. And you also have a ton of buffs that you want to be putting on, so you end up sitting there clicking through with all your buffing characters, just trying to get all the buffs through. And it'd be nice if, like, for when you're out of combat, maybe if there was you could kind of group all the buffs you wanted to do together and just do them all with a single button click.
Quiet steps. Weapons ready.
Heartbeat quickens.
Wow, someone's excited. Zapping. Cambion. Russian.
Endure this.
Oh, okay. I thought Cambion was his name.
Cover me.
I'll cut you wide open.
Into the fray.
Make every strike.
Come on, Lan, finish it. Nope.
This will leave a bruise. Stab their backs.
The spirits demand your blood.
Together we stand.
I'm going to try to stop picking up the really cheap armor because it's just heavy and won't sell for anything worth its weight.
Always watch your back.
Right, why is it I always make a mental note to remember this sort of thing and then the minute I get here I forget it? Yellow, blue, red, yellow? There you go, I did remember it. There you go. So that's the solution to that puzzle. It's one of those things where if you know where to look for the answer, it's quite simple, but you also have no reason to really pay
I am
attention to the
helpful.
posters on the
Am
walls,
I not?
unless you know a poster like that, puzzle like that is coming. Seal appears closely at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... No, it can't be. Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance, the sword of the great Yanil. That's what this is. But it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be that very same sword. Camilla rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times, in paintings and in the hands of the Yaniel statue. I've even thought of going to the Estrad Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? What's so special about it? Seela frowns. Now? Nothing, I guess. But this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yaniel held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see radiance as light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they've made a mockery of it. You're empathizing with an object? Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil's hands, and yes, as a paladin, I can tell that they did nothing good to it. Who's Yaniel? No, you've never heard of Yaniel. She's famous all over Golarion. She was a great woman. She was born in Mendev, and when the crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always the first into battle and never sacrificed other people's lives for tactical advantage. That's how she's been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she looks capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her comrades. Maybe they envied her, maybe there was more to it than that, I don't know. But anyway, she went into the world wound without her fellow soldiers. She didn't just survive the mission, she even brought back crusaders she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died as she lived, with pride. She was one of the people defending Dresden to the very end. That's where she perished. Seela frowns. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope that she died quickly. A hero's death. Because if she didn't, that means she was taken prisoner and had to endure unspeakable horrors. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. You know a lot about Yaniel. Are you a fan of hers or something? I suppose you could say that, Seela chuckles. I've always felt an affinity with Yaniel. I know what it's like to not be what your commanders want you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I always thought of Yaniel. Maybe some people didn't like how she was, but to the people she pulled out of the world wound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. And to those who keep her memory alive, she is a hero. That's what counts. So how could a priceless relic end up down here? Yaniel disappeared, but by some miracle Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. But it is Yaniel's blade and always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics. But now it turns out that somebody stole it. Seela laughs. I have this weird feeling, like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's no use to us. It's no use to anyone down here. But what if it could be repaired? Let's keep going. Now Radiance doesn't really have any special benefit now, but I'll still give it to Seela. Why not? Unless I've got a better... Oh, there's a cold iron rapier there. Oh, Camilla already has a cold iron weapon. Let's just keep going. Where am I heading? That's this chunk sorted. It's just through here now.
Careful now. I heed the voice of the spirits. The spirits guide me.
Worm my way around this.
I hope you appreciate this.
is the last room, I think.
I do things my way.
A bright future awaits us.
Let's maybe do
Well,
a bit of buffing. Let me give this to Sealer. Give it 3 minutes, but
I was never good at stealth, but I'll try.
Are we in trouble
open
yet?
your heart to me.
Stay on your toes.
do I want to put that on? I definitely will for the last kind of
Did we find trouble? No. They
let's just see how we go. These are the ones that have resistance, don't they? Yeah, resistance 5 against good or cold iron. They're immune to electricity, as is pretty much everything in this game, which always annoys. I mean, I get why you're mostly fighting demons, but I don't know why demons have to have a flat resistance to electricity as a default, because it sort of limits the amount of kind of offensive magic you can do effectively. Let's do a magic missiles. Why not?
You are today's sacrifice!
1. Let's use this because I'm going to rest after this. Nice. Back off, you goblin.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, damage reduction. That's okay. So yeah, some enemies you
That's
can't
easy.
have a damage reduction with certain against certain things, but then you can overcome it by investigating and seeing what the right sort of gear is. I think that is pretty much everything now. In this maze that isn't a maze. Judging by the corpses littering around the summoning site, the cultists did manage to summon a demon in the end. Oh dear.
Precisely.
We're gonna take a rest. During their travels, the characters need rest. While resting, they regain lost HP, etc., etc. Yeah. Let's just use the best for. Oh, oops. Okay, we'll put Nest on camouflage. And then Camellia can go there because she's not that bad. I don't really understand the purpose of having the like 1, 2, 3, because I think no matter how you get the same effect no matter how long you rest. So to me, it always just makes sense to do the shorter one, because otherwise it's like, yeah, we've gone through this whole enemy base and then we're going to stop for nearly 2.5 days, 2.5 days. Whereas a 9-hour rest is much more believable. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is an actual benefit to resting longer. But maybe you can start pitching in a little at the camp. Getting your hands dirty isn't as terrifying as you think. Getting one's hands dirty, I thought that was only used to describe some grisly act. I certainly do not wish to do anything like that. Yeah, to her the idea of setting up a campsite is pretty grisly, I think. Great. Oh yeah, that doesn't come off because... Right, this is the last room.
Everything has a price.
Any buffing we want to do? I'll have that, and then I'll also give myself mage armor. Oh. I did not mean to do that with Lan. Pay attention. Oh well, do it with you then. Put Bless on.
Is life's final surprise, and I enjoy seeing
Make Sealer big. Oh, I should have done it with... Oh. It's not the end of the world. Praise Iomedae. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters. Not human or demon, even tieflings are less defective than you. But I, your master Savamelek, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger, starvelings of the dark. Submit to me! No, we are the descendants of Crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory. Hosilla! Well, who is the next descendant of the Crusaders who values old legends more than their life? Beasts, monsters in human guise, reveal your true nature. This is sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Isomar. Eat, underground crusaders. Eat the flesh of the crusade from above, for the crusader from above. Find your true strength. Oh dear. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the Asamar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh, you hear the sloshing of blood, you hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony, one clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth, the metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with a sweet scent of meat, untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die! And still the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. Requires Angel Mythic Path. Seize the light hidden within you. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and, almost in response, warmth suffices you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free and, enveloping the mongrels, grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin! What a coward. Scylla points at you. She's already wounded. Wenduark, kill. Well, well. Wenduark silently emerges from the shadows. I am no longer your slave, Hosilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose where it doesn't belong.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Oh dear, Wenduark. Perfect strike.
He won't survive me.
Why am I so weak?
Why are you so weak? You just went down in one shot. Only took 9 damage to kill you. So there you go.
Go for their hearts!
The inheritor, guide my blade.
That's not great.
Endure this.
Oh dear. What's the effect? Is that frightened? Nest. I'm ashamed of you. Rubbish. Use your smite.
No glory without risk.
Still miss. Let's get you out of the way a bit, Lan.
Make every strike count.
Nice. Almighty Savamelech, your faithful servant, invokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress.
They will break against our resolve.
That's cheeky.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The light take you.
The closet.
I'll cut you wide open!
Nest. That's not what I call pulling your weight.
You won't survive me.
Take her out.
Into the fray.
So this is how it feels.
Camelia's down. Finally gotten over yourself, Nest. That's fine.
Endure this.
No
Come on.
glory without risk.
Lovely.
I'll loot your corpse.
Make every strike count.
Lovely.
Well, are you going to finish me off?
It's not exactly unexpected.
The wounded Wenduag looks up at you.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
Yeah.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I mean, she is a spider and a snake. No, a cat and a spider. So
I led by example.
cunning is
I
kind of in
trained.
her name,
I
in her
tried to
nature,
become
I
stronger
guess.
so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
While these two are hashing things out, I inspect the wound on your chest. The bleeding deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If she had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this uplander, and judging by the smell of the blood pouring from her chest, the demons will be able to find her wherever she goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
The huntress permits herself an indolent, gloating smile. Her sharp fangs glint menacingly in the gloom. So you've been serving Savamelek this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neathers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
So she's been quite manipulative with naive little Lan, it seems. Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Savamelek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you've gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
Wow. You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry, and she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live and gain the power to change everything. Savamelek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way.
You're not exactly doing a great pitch for me not to kill you, Underworld.
Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
Lan looks at her in disgust.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
What did your service to Hosilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuddered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neethers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Yeah, I can understand why you'd feel a little completely betrayed, Lan. Join me, Underworld. No. But I'm not going to attack her. I think Nest tries to see the good in people and is a little forgiving. So, leave. I never want to see your face again, Wenduag.
Do you think I like looking at you, Uplander? I'll just wait till you're asleep, and then I'll slit your throat. No matter where you are.
Ness is thinking, no, I can change her.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Chief Sub appears flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is laboured and the sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What? What is this? Aniva gives out a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out that old hole run isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here. Damn it. Horgus's lips curl in distaste and he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels. You said you're in charge of reconnaissance for the Eagle Watch, Aniva. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Canabris? Aniva sighs. Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough that I sniffed after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the stories about demons living beneath the streets of Canabris. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I messed up. But you fixed my mistake, so thanks. Well, how's the leg? Aniva winces slightly but forces a smile. Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not going to die, don't worry. You need to look after the young mongrels. I don't know that they'll ever be like when they... I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everybody is capable of enduring something like that. It would change them forever. As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Uplander, you and Lan, you save them. Only the gods can salvage their souls. But we are a tribe, we will think of something. And when they're stronger, they can go to the surface. The time has come. It's time to get out of here. Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface, and I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out there in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. Sol heaves a sigh. Humph! You never were one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things? Our life is not for you. You must go. But where? Where is the way out? Beats me. But these beasts got down here somehow. Lan searches Halissa's body and shows you some papers and a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Aniva's eyes quickly skim over the letter, and she passes it to you. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabris right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. Savamelek, this is my last warning. You need to act discreetly without attracting any more attention than you already have. People are already talking about the strange disappearances of Canabris' most righteous men. Keep below ground, nurture your mongrel pets, and wait patiently. The call to battle will come soon, and it will sound loud and clear even down there in the catacombs. Gather your warriors immediately after that, bring them to the surface, and lead them to the Tower of Estrod. This tower will be my final dagger, and I shall plunge it into the guts of Canabris. Our vicious servant Faxon made the tower his base of operations several months ago, taking command over the Templar forces in Canabris while the Grand Master was distracted by other matters. Faxon has already gathered a stash of weapons, potions, and other useful supplies, which he will gladly share with you if needed. If he behaves himself, you two should combine your forces. If not, just take his stupid little head off his shoulders and take command yourself. Mistress Minago. Oh, there you go. That's the end of the first dungeon in the game. Got Scylla's glaive. At the moment, nobody's using the glaive.
Watch your back.
At least we're getting out of these filthy caves. The way out is through here. I'm gonna leave it there for now, seeing that's a good endpoint is beating this, but Sela's having a big drink. Yeah, next time we will head up to Canabris and see what the situation is on the surface. Yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.